Oh, shit. SKIDS Podcast.
There it is.
Yes, there it is.
Well done.
Why are you throwing me off already? What the fuck, dude? Welcome to the show. It is the SKIDS Podcast.
Maximum effort.
I'm your host, Shane Kopke. I'm here with Tim Gage. That is way too long of a pause. And Kevin McNichols.
Hi.
Kevin, who... do you still think you're a laird or lord or whatever it is?
I am
You're
a lord.
not. Stop it.
I am a lord, and I am in a Scottish clan.
You're retarded. Look, I get it. You know, my guess is you lost all that hair playing with your trains at home.
Stuck a fork in an electrical socket.
It's like you and your mom have that in common.
But, ew.
I know I've made that joke before, but this time what did he say? I let it. Look, I wanted it to be more subtle, and it worked because it took you a second.
It did work.
So, how was everybody's
It's
weekend?
been a wild week so far.
Woo!
Why? What happened?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No.
Life, as Kevin puts it.
Oh, yeah.
Life.
I hate
Life
that.
gets wild.
I want to beat
Doesn't
that
it,
out of
everyone?
him.
Beat the life out of him?
Yes, I want to beat the life out of Kevin.
That's life.
Oh, man. So badly. Anytime I go, hey, how come you didn't get to this? Well, life. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, why didn't you get to it? Like, I get it if you go, hey, look, I was really sick. Sorry I didn't get to that thing. Fine. Makes sense. It's an explanation. Short and sweet. Gets to the point. But yours is life. That's not a fucking explanation. We all have life. Life.
It's true.
We're all alive.
Right, life. It should be understandable. Oh, life.
No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest fucking explanation to anything.
Life happens. You got shit that you do, and it's called life.
Like, I can
Sometimes there's a
understand
lot
it
of shit
if you
that
go,
do.
hey, look, I lost an arm this weekend. I couldn't get to that thing. I get it. But just saying life, it drives me nuts. But Kevin actually did get to something. He watched Deadpool.
I did.
I also watched
Finally.
Deadpool, and
Yeah,
you watched
we're all
Deadpool.
caught up.
Yes.
Save for one last segment, but I don't care.
Do you want us to tell you
he,
about
Yeah,
it?
that's
he
fine.
missed
I
the
don't-
final credit
okay.
segment. Yeah.
So,
And sacrifice for the show.
yeah,
it was
in sacrifice,
fucking great segment too.
Dude,
yeah,
the-
I don't mind.
the ending scene is
I'm gonna
so
watch it again
great.
anyway.
Oh, by the way, everybody, if you haven't
Spoilers
seen the
alert,
movie yet,
you're gonna-
spoiler alert.
So for the
Yeah, we'll pop that on the screen or something.
yeah,
you know.
for the next 10 minutes, roughly, is my guess.
You should have seen it by now anyway. I mean, it's 2
It's-
weeks in, and it is
It's-
Deadpool.
I think it's 3 weeks now.
3 weeks in.
But yeah, spoiler for roughly the next 10
For the
minutes.
ones
We're
that
going
are
to talk
living under
about
a fucking
10
rock.
Deadpool.
I'm just
Yeah.
listening to this show and not knowing Deadpool.
Okay, cool.
I'm just saying.
I'm trying to get the spoiler fucking alert
All
out.
right, I know we're doing our due diligence, but still. It's
Anyway, again, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. You'll get a
So
spoiler
we all
alert on the
finally
screen.
watched Deadpool separately because
Yeah.
Kevin can't fucking hold plans.
what is it?
Oh,
Life?
yeah.
Life.
I'm sorry, life. Life happened. And look, I still like going to the theater. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I do too, man. I mean,
Mine was. I mean, the popcorn sucked, but the theater was great.
Look, I
like
so
that.
for me
Popcorn,
when I
yeah,
went
was
in,
pretty good.
I got myself a medium Dr. Pepper and a fucking pretzel with cheese. I haven't had a pretzel with cheese in forever. Those soft pretzels with cheese are amazing.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. Did
Those
you
are
get
pretty
any
good.
snacks for yours?
I just had popcorn.
Popcorn.
Lots
I
and
wanted
lots of butter on
I wanted to go with it, but then I saw the fucking pretzel and I was like, well, it's been longer since I've
Yeah.
had a fucking pretzel.
Yeah.
And I assume you probably just had popcorn. You said
Popcorn
it sucked.
soda. They had a sell. It's like $20 for popcorn soda and a thing of candy. So.
Yeah, I think it
We
cost
snuck-
me a
we
total
s-
like
we
20
snuck
bucks.
Of
or
course you
something.
did, Kevin. It's not a fucking surprise.
No, I get it. You're
He
basically
keistered all it in. It's like, here, eat this.
Hey, man, nature's pocket.
It's warm.
Yeah,
What is that?
Kevin, you're our prison connects. That's you. You're the one that would be like, hey, get a hold of me get my JPay number.
Oh God. This one
Put
tastes
some money
funny.
on your books.
So-
and it's a little
Yeah.
extra.
But yeah, we ended up watching Deadpool. The opening fucking credit scene.
Fucking awesome.
Is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
dude.
gratuitous for
Yes,
sure.
but
It's so
the
fucking
fact that
funny.
the fact that he's like, Logan can't die. Wolverine's not dead. There's no way. And he digs him up, and he's like,
sitting there
man.
with his skeleton.
He's really fucking dead.
Yeah. And
Pulls
then
him up. It's all
uses
just
him
metal.
as a weapon
Yes.
against all the enemies that come at him.
Best part, too, out of that whole opening credit scene is fucking him grabbing the claws, putting them on his hands, and going, oh, my God.
Yeah.
And then stabbing himself
it's
with
hard
it.
to Wolverine.
Yeah. And he stabs himself
And he's
with
doing the fucking NSYNC song and dance while he's doing it.
So
it was
I
just
have
hilarious.
I need to watch the original song again. Like I think I hated that band, so I
did
never
too.
really
But you know
watched
what? Savannah used to like the band. She said that he has the
Well,
moves
that's the
down.
thing. That's
The
why I
dance
want to
moves
watch
down.
it. I want
Yeah.
Well,
to.
of
I want
course
to watch
he
it.
does.
He
He's gonna
totally
get it.
had them
he's
all
going
down,
to get
apparently.
it perfect
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, and he did. He
So-
did.
Yeah. He won't.
So yeah,
he won't.
the opening credits
let
is
us down
great.
on
The fact that he goes into Stark Tower to try to become one of the Avengers.
Yeah, talks to Happy.
Yeah, and
He's-
fucking like
He's like, "What's your special skill? Your powers? Parallel parking?"
yeah.
Well, apparently that was
That's a
supposed to
great
be
line.
the interview was supposed to be with Robert Downey, but they didn't. It had something to do
technically
with
no
finances
so,
or something like that.
So technically no. That interview was supposed to happen, the one that he does with
Ah.
Happy. And then he was supposed to get an interview with
Tony.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that was going to happen. They ended up running into budgetary things where they're like, yeah, his cameo would cost too much.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, though,
around that.
some of the people will do cameos for nothing.
Well,
Plus,
I was telling
mean-
you guys how much they paid. I saw a listing of what they got paid. Those cameos got paid.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
as much as I thought they would have been.
No.
You know what I mean?
And the thing is, some of those cameos weren't just cameos. They were long. Like, Wesley Snipes, he said, got, what, $100,000?
yeah, he only got.
Yeah.
He asked for 200, and they gave him 100.
But you know
But
what? Hey, man,
but
it was,
Same with
$100,000
Elektra.
$100,000, and he was actually in it for quite a bit.
Yeah. Got a lot of
and
lines.
so was
it
Elektra.
it was so cool, dude. Seeing fucking Blade again.
Yeah,
was
well, and the fact that now
awesome.
Ryan Reynolds is actively trying to get
Yes,
another
he
Blade
is.
made.
I love. Okay, there's a line that Blade says in there, and then Deadpool looks right at the screen like, because he's like, there's been only one Blade.
Yeah.
There can only ever be one Blade. And then Deadpool looks at the screen just
Look,
like.
and I love the Blade movies. I don't know that I
That
don't.
third one with
haven't
Ryan Reynolds was fucking terrible.
I
It was
haven't seen-
terrible.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
the third one. I
Had
saw
some
the
magic
first two.
bow on his back
yeah.
that kept growing. The
Yeah.
chick did. It was stupid.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bad movie. The first two are great though.
Yeah, I like the first two.
Yeah, and well, I guess they're already in plans on Deadpool and Wolverine too.
Of
Well, there
course.
should be. It's already cleared $1 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
$1 billion.
also it made it very clear in this that that Wolverine's still around. He's in that world.
Well,
Until you're fucking
So-
90.
So this is actually not a terrible way to shore up the fact that he's dead in that universe.
Yeah.
Is pull another one that's worthless in that universe into this
That's
universe.
that's the beauty of the MVA, guys.
Yeah.
No characters die now.
Yeah.
None of
Well,
them.
and that's the
Until
thing
they're
with the
all
multiverse.
wiped out.
So this
Yeah.
is something I was talking with Shane about because there's a scene in the movie where Deadpool goes to find a Wolverine to help him. And he goes and sees all these other
I already
different
knew
Wolverines.
about that stuff though.
No, I
before you
know,
told me.
but yeah, like what I was mentioning to him, and which
The
he
crucified
apparently already
one?
knew. Well, that one. Okay, so all of them are all comic accurate Wolverines from different comic eras.
yeah.
Like they have the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, the crucified one that actually happened in the comics.
Yeah.
Like all
I
of
saw
them.
a side by side of all of them in
Yeah.
the comics. That
Well,
they
and the
were in.
fact that
That's cool as
the
shit.
short one,
The short one.
that's
is,
what Wolverine is.
Yeah, it's a reference to Wolverine's actual height in the comics because he's like
a
5'3", 5'4".
5'3" Canadian.
Yeah, yeah. So the short one was
My-
it was kind of a nod to the fans.
My
you know?
question though about Wolverine, he's Canadian.
What about
Why the
Caviezel?
fuck did he fight in?
Oh, that was the one because or it's not Caviezel, it's Cavill.
Cavalry?
Because Cavill was rumored to have that he was possibly going to play Wolverine at one point.
Oh, the latter.
And not to
Yeah.
that, they were making fun of the Superman thing where he had a mustache and they kind of CGI'd it out.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
scene looked fucking awful.
So it's like
I
in
didn't
the
know what the
universe
fuck was
where
going on until I found
he
out
went
later.
he went to the
Yeah.
parallel universe where Cavill actually became Wolverine in
Yeah.
that scene. Yeah.
Yeah, and no,
It looked good.
The jokes that
it was
the
great.
jokes that he makes with the short Wolverine's great.
Oh, dude.
Oh, you're just a little guy.
I know.
And he gets fucked
He's
up
like,
by almost.
come here, you're so cute.
Yeah,
Come
he,
here."
well, he gets fucked up by almost every single one of
Every
them
one of them.
until he finds the drunk fucking alcoholic Wolverine.
Yeah.
Sorry,
the
lady.
total
or
failure
something like
Wolverine.
that.
Yeah.
Sorry, lady, I'm not interested.
Yes.
He's like tries to bring his claws out. He's like, oh, I hear that happens with Wolverines.
Yeah,
over
the only
40.
thing is though, it sucks when that is one of the red trailer fucking pieces.
yeah, yeah.
You already
But
know
it's
that.
still a fun line.
It's a fun line, but it's
Um,
not as funny the 5th time I've seen it.
yeah.
It'll be funny every time I watch it.
No, it'll be.
That's why I want to see it again
dies down.
for all the shit that I missed.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
because
a ton of it.
He lays it on.
Oh, hell
Like,
yeah.
Everything that comes out of his mouth is stacked.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a callback. It's
and
a
the
joke
fight
to a joke.
scenes are just fantastic. Like, and the fights between Wolverine and
Oh
Deadpool
my
are
God,
fucking
those
awesome.
are fucking amazing.
Them
dude.
fighting in that car.
Yeah, yeah, in the
fucking
fucking
great.
van.
Yeah.
What was it called? It was
That's what he meant.
Yeah.
yeah, but what was the name of the van?
Honda Odyssey.
Yeah,
It
the
was a Honda Odyssey. That's it. Yeah.
Which is funny because Honda also makes another thing called the Odyssey, which is a fucking like ATV off-road thing.
Huh?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I
didn't
think
know.
it's a Honda.
The more you know, guys.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law, worst wreck I've ever seen in my life, and he comes out completely unscathed because what it is it's basically just a roll cage with wheels. And, and then on the steering wheel, it's got two little fucking loops that tie around your hands so they don't go outside the cage. And he took this and fucking cartwheeled it like 15 fucking times right in front of all of us. And we're like, oh shit, he gotta be fucked up.
Yeah.
Get over there. He's just like, wow, that was fun.
Yeah,
So, another thing about the movie, man. Gambit, played by Channing Tatum.
yeah. I heard
He
that was a
fucking
long time coming.
Awesome. Yeah. So originally, he was supposed to do be in a movie about Gambit, and it got
Shelved or
canceled.
something
Yeah.
like
Well, so it got
And-
pushed back,
and then it got canceled.
and
right?
then Fox sold to Disney,
Yeah.
and it got canceled
yeah,
there.
that's what happened.
Suck
So-
it, Fox.
But dude,
Yeah.
when he
That
he
was
walked
funny.
in, first of all, I was like, wow, he looks like Gambit, and then he started talking. I was like, holy fuck, he's actually got the goddamn voice.
Well, that's
down
where
and
he's
everything.
from.
He's like, oh man, you've got
That's in his lineage.
Who's your
That's
dialogue coach?
Yeah,
You
yeah, I know.
Asking about that.
But that's what
everything.
Gambit sounds like.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
got
he's
that
Creole.
he's
It's
that
Creole.
thick Cajun accent.
Well,
yeah.
everyone's seen the cartoon. I mean,
Fuck
that's
yeah.
what
I've
he
never
was my
seen the
favorite
cartoon.
He was my favorite character.
But dude,
But
he-
I
they
never-
even well,
I've never been into the X-Men or any of the superhero stuff until like I like Batman, that growing up, that was fine. Spider-Man a little bit when I was a kid, and then nothing really since until Deadpool because that was my type of fucking humor added into that style of movie.
But one of the things that I loved about it, though, it was also that they got Gambit's move style down, like the way that he moves around and fights.
It's like half capoeira.
yeah, but that's how
wh-
Gambit
and
really
he
fought.
implements kind of his
Yeah.
his cloak or whatever the fuck
Exactly.
it is. Yeah, his jacket.
Dude, they really did their fucking research when they did this movie. I
It
mean,
sucks it took
so
him so
much cool
long to
stuff.
use him for it. Though.
And
It
I know,
What-
man. I
so
know.
would have
what's-
been nice to see him in a repeated role.
What's the
I
hu-
agree.
of that.
What's the
Completely.
Human Torch's name?
Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when they first meet him, it's
Oh, it's so funny.
It's great because
I know.
this
he's
is
gonna
right-
do it. He's gonna do it.
Well, this
Yeah.
is right after the scene where he salutes Captain America.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he meets this guy and he's like, oh, yeah, it's fucking
It's
Captain
Captain
America. This is going to
America,
be great.
alright, yeah.
And then he's like, he's going to say it. He's going to say it. Flame on. What the fuck?
I loved how it was all the Fox characters that,
Yeah.
that, are popping up in this
Which is probably why they did it.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
a fucking knock on them.
well, not only that, but it's kind of a send off to a lot of
Well,
them too.
I was not expecting to see Elektra ever.
I
again.
wasn't
No.
either.
at all.
No, especially not Jennifer Garner.
Yeah, that's
No.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
or
the
let
Jennifer-
alone Sabretooth.
Jennifer
Oh, they
Garner.
got the original
that-
Sabretooth back.
Sabretooth.
Yeah.
I love that fight because it subverts your expectations.
Right, you
so
think it's
much.
going to be this bad
You're like,
fight, and he just chops his
They're
fucking
like,
head
they've
off.
been waiting over a decade for this.
I know, right?
And then he just chops his head off immediately. Fucking gone. He's
Yeah.
dead. And then Ryan Reynolds picks it up. I am your queen now.
Yeah.
And then
It's like, I'm sorry, I'm gender fucking blind or whatever.
And
he
the-
keeps calling Wolverine a woman, too.
and the fact that they're like, oh, we can't call this Mad Max because of copyright.
Yeah.
And all that shit because
Yeah.
and it's basically all the Mad Max shit coming
yeah,
in.
dude.
How he
That's
got
funny.
the flame guy killed too.
that was
Okay,
fucking... So
that ties into the
that
fucking
ties
end.
into the last,
Is that
the
right?
last scene,
So-
yes.
Yeah.
So the last scene he comes in, right? He goes into the what is it, TVA, into the little headquarters things, and has that little fucking flip out little pocketbook
The
they have,
teleporter or whatever.
right?
Yeah.
So he opens it up and then fucking puts it into the system, and he goes, "Let's fucking see, right? Let's see." And then he goes and watches it, and word for word, Johnny Storm says everything.
Everything that
Everything,
Deadpool said,
and then right
he
at the
said.
end, he's all, "You can quote me on that."
Yeah.
And so
And
he
he's all
quotes him on it.
He's all,
He-
gotcha, motherfucker.
yeah, and then leaves.
Wait, what?
So it ties
Yeah.
it ties in perfectly to that scene.
He
'cause
didn't
the-
really say that.
No,
though.
he didn't. But he does
What?
in that scene.
No,
No, he did really say it.
No, 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 no.
but no. at
No,
the-
not in the real when it actually.
Prior
No, I
to.
understand.
originally, but yeah, no, he actually
does,
says it in that final
Because
scene.
there's a video camera that's right above them while they're all tied up, And Deadpool, as he's saying all this stuff, he's like, "Oh, go ahead, keep going."
Oh, so it was something we didn't originally
Yes,
see
right.
as the audience.
Yes.
but
Chris
it showed up
Evans
later.
actually says those things.
So he says
Yeah.
every fucking one of those things,
Yeah.
and because it's Chris Evans, and you're like not expecting him to say any of that.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Right, because
And he
he's
says-
supposed to be Captain America, but he's not.
Yes,
Right. Captain
and he
America's
says
pure as the driven snow.
Yep.
says every one of those things,
Every
and at
one
the
of
end
those
it just
things.
looks at him, points at Deadpool, and goes, "You can quote me on that." And then of course he quotes him on it.
Yeah.
Every fucking word, and the whole time he's like, "Those aren't even words I would use," and of course he uses it. It's so fucking good.
And then
And
fucking
loses his skin
yeah.
and just
Yes.
a pile of
And,
he-
guts.
dude,
and
he
I
says
love it
that-
when Deadpool turns around. He turns off the camera and he's like, "Got you,
yeah,
fucker."
well, it's because Chris Evans actually says that in there. He's like, "I don't care if she rips off my skin and fucking
Yeah.
turns me into a pile
Yeah.
of fucking muck."
Yeah.
And so she does that, and so like it
He
winds up-
stands there like when he's got no skin and he puts his hand like, what the fuck's going on?
yeah, and like his eyes get even bigger. It's fucking crazy. But
That was so fucking
so like
cool.
the whole movie, you're thinking like he just got him straight up killed on purpose,
Right.
And then you're at the end, you finally realize no, he just got fucking Nice Pool killed for the dog. That's it. It's the only thing
Yeah.
he did. He's like, "Oh no, don't worry, he'll regenerate in a
That
few
was
minutes."
so goddamn funny.
Regenerate?
He's
What's
all holding
that?
up the body, letting him get shot even more.
And then he gets-
He's like,
and
"You
he-
will survive."
And he slows down. He slows down as he crosses. And then Hugh Jackman later
You
picks,
will live. He's like, "I will live.
That's
I
what-
will live."
Yeah, and then right after that, he even says that you will live, like right after his head's gone.
Yeah.
But
He's all trying. He's like trying to do CPR.
and the next part that's great. Hugh Jackman grabs the dog and just walks across. All of them won't dare
Nobody
shoot.
does anything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cowboy Pool, Matthew McConaughey.
Was that really?
Yeah, I thought it was Paul Rudd for the longest time because the voice
shit.
sounded so similar to Paul Rudd.
I
Yep.
thought
Or
I
one of them
recognized the
did,
voice.
But yeah,
Paul Rudd's not any of them.
So
but it
so-
was.
that
It
was
Matthew
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew
there.
McConaughey's that.
That's
There's a
fucking
few
great.
other ones.
Blake
that are-
Lively plays a lady pool.
Okay, well
Yeah.
that's Ryan Reynolds' wife.
Yeah,
So
which
that
is
makes
kind,
sense.
that's also why he has the joke in there. There's 206 bones in the body, 207 if I'm watching Gossip Girl.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're
So,
right. Yeah.
But I guess they were. They had. Who was supposed to be slated for that? The same guy that. Just Nick Cage was supposed to be in it as well.
Yes, he was supposed to be.
But that was another conflict.
why I
either
said that.
financial
So I-
conflict or something like
I-
that.
I
He was
fucked
supposed
up-
to make an.
was he supposed to be
appearance.
Ghost Rider?
Yes,
Yeah.
Ghost
Yeah.
Rider.
That
I-
would've been so
I
awesome.
fucked up when I said it to him. I said Johnny Blaze, not Johnny Storm.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
like, no,
yeah.
Johnny Blaze is
Ghost Rider,
Is Ghost
yeah.
Rider, and I go, that's right.
Yeah.
And then I go,
It's easy
but
to
he
mix
was
them up.
supposed to be in there
Yeah, he
too.
was supposed
See,
to
I
make
didn't
an
know
appearance
that.
as
Yeah,
well.
he
that
was
would've
supposed
been
to be
fucking great.
You're supposed to have Tony Stark, him.
Yeah.
I think there were a few other ones.
There's a couple
that-
others that
and there
didn't
were
make
there
the
were some
cut
that were
or-
rumored
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
never made it. And I guess Halle Berry was like, I would have come back.
As Catwoman?
Storm.
Or, no,
Storm.
Oh, Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
D-
And the villain as well, dude. She was fucking
First off,
awesome. Yeah, I
Cat-
got it. It's DC.
DC
Yeah.
Marvel.
My bad. Sorry, nerds.
Way to go, dipshit.
But yeah,
You're
yeah.
gonna fucking really alienate that one guy.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, it's fucking Professor X's twin sister.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
I
the
don't
idea
know
too.
if that's
well,
part of anything. Or
that
not.
character did exist in the comics.
Okay,
So-
see, I don't
so,
know. I don't know the comics. I didn't
yeah.
read them.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, fantastic
yeah.
part. She did
Yeah.
great.
I like that whole thing that she does where she sticks her hand in people's
Yeah.
heads and
Oh,
stuff.
God,
like she's
dude.
dragging the head of the TVA around with it,
Yeah.
you know? That was fucking really good.
That was cool looking. And just how she controlled Wolverine in that scene, just it was
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
cool.
And I loved it
Fucking-
when Wolverine finally put the goddamn cowl on. His
Yeah,
cowl.
God,
He finally
Jesus.
wore it,
Yeah.
you know? It's
I
like,
bet everyone
dude.
just
As
creamed in their pants.
Oh,
when they
yeah,
saw
man.
that.
As I thought he was about to go into the Rose Bowl because he
Well,
looks
the-
like he's dressed.
Well, the
as a
story
Michigan
behind it,
fucking
it made more
Wolverine.
sense too, with his past and everything. That's what I kind
Yeah.
of like too, because it is a ridiculous looking suit.
Yeah,
But I
it
like
looks
the story
fucking-
behind
yeah,
it, just
it's
because
awesome.
well, it was important to him. It was
Yeah.
Well, it was important because everyone died. That's why. He
well,
still
yeah,
died.
they wanted him
Because
to
they
wear it. He's
wanted
like,
him to
"Fuck you
wear
guys,
it,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna wear that.
You
And
gotta
then they all
remember-
died. He's like, all right.
Yeah, no, he.
You gotta
Ryan
remember
Reynolds
he
says
was wearing it under his clothes.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds, I think, or Deadpool says like, you look like a crime fighter for the Golden State Warriors or whatever.
Yeah.
It might have been the Rams.
Was it the Rams?
It might have been the
yeah, I
Rams.
forget which one he said, but
Because back when a while ago, the Rams aren't that color anymore.
They're
but
not,
they
yeah.
had a color that scheme not too long ago that was almost identical.
oh,
to
was
that.
it that
Yeah.
yellow and blue?
That yellow and blue.
Oh.
The yellow was like very pronounced on the fucking suit. Now it's like, it's a little different.
Mm.
But yeah, it definitely reminds me more of the fucking Michigan Wolverines like helmets.
Oh, really?
That's
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I don't know why. It might not.
But man, dude, it was
fantastic movie.
So good.
Yeah,
it
had
was
a lot of fun with that
the
one.
script was tight. It was like the dialogue and everything was just so fucking well done, snappy. You know,
how do you rank them, the Deadpools?
Yeah, and all three.
Honestly,
where do you put them?
So I actually. Man, it's hard.
Tough, isn't it?
It is because they're all really good, but honestly, I really love this one.
So the way I've ranked them, I go like if I gave
so yeah,
the first one,
want your answers. That's all.
No, I'm only asking to fucking.
I would say
make your own statement.
So honestly,
I got it.
I think
what superpower would you have?
Honestly,
I'll tell you what I'd have.
Honestly,
exactly
I
how it
kind of
went
think
down.
this is my favorite one. And
is that right?
Yeah, and
Wow,
the-
that's
I'm
a
on the
bold
opposite
statement.
end.
well,
bud.
one of the reasons for that is because I am a comic nerd, and all the comic references and how accurate
Which
they
makes
were.
sense.
that
like,
makes more sense.
I
yeah,
was
I
loving
get
it. Like my friends I was with, they didn't fucking know any of this shit.
Yeah,
they didn't,
and that's why
you
I
know,
rank it
but-
lower.
Yeah.
But I look at it like this: like if I rank the first one a 94,
Yeah.
right, and the second one I kind of rank basically a 94. Also, they're
Yeah.
both
They're
so
both really
fucking
good. Yeah.
and good, almost original stories, you know. And then this one I would rank like a 93.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
it would be there.
Uh-huh.
It's all you know. It's but I just can't I can't put it with the first two.
I got you. See, this was like just total like nerd fuel for me
Yeah.
because it was like all these things. I'm seeing
Well,
all these
even that,
references to the comics,
they've
and I'm
made
just like,
so many
oh my god,
mistakes
I've
about
read
that.
that comic. Like, you know,
in the past with stuff like that pandered to the nerds.
Yeah.
that
That
have
didn't
failed.
work,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's the beauty of how this worked is
Because
that
it
I know
panders to
nothing
both.
about a lot of that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you don't have to.
And I loved the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't need to know about the lore, the history.
Well, that's why I was
behind
but
gonna
for
say
the people that do, they get to pick out all that stuff and go, oh my god, that.
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
That's the thing.
That's-
That's why I was going to say to Tim, even when you watch it a second time, you're going to miss a ton of stuff because you don't read the comics. Because
Yeah.
you did, and same with me.
Right.
I'm going to miss all that shit.
Right.
You know, it's one of the reasons why when I did watch any comic book movies, I would go and look up kind of the past of like the main characters.
Try to get,
to get some insight into it and go, okay, good enough.
Yeah.
I'm, you know.
It's like, oh,
I'm not-
they
I'm not-
had that thing in an issue. Oh,
Well,
okay,
yeah, I mean, like, was it? No, it wasn't Fallout. There was some other series that had a lot of nods to the video game that showed up, and
ended up
it
being
didn't very
shit.
good. Yeah, it wasn't a very good series at all.
I
And
heard Borderlands was amazing.
Oh god,
that
man.
thing is-
I've been hearing
I hear that's
nothing
hot
but
garbage.
terrible shit about
I think
that
it
thing.
made $8 million
Yeah.
over the weekend.
Terrible
on
time to come out,
100
too.
Yeah.
On a
You know?
$114 million budget,
Dude.
it made $8 million.
I mean, I saw that trailer and I mean,
It looked
I,
bad.
I played the Borderlands.
See, and those
games,
games
you know,
look
and,
terrible to me.
Oh, I think they're good games.
I just
but-
hated the character design and all that
Yeah,
shit.
okay, yeah, and I mean, it is definitely skewed to a certain kind of taste. You
It
know?
reminded me of like kind of a Team Fortress.
Okay, I get that.
And I just didn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Team Fortress, you're like an engineer. He's dressed like an actual engineer. It's
Right,
like, this
right.
is fucking dumb.
Mhm.
I hated that.
But the movie, I remember seeing the trailer, and it looks fucking god awful.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I never played the game, so I don't
Yeah.
know either. But I mean, I'm sure I could be entertained by it if I choose to watch it.
maybe. I've
But-
heard
I
that
know.
not really.
I heard it's really bad.
Based on everything I've seen.
Oh,
no.
everyone hated the original Avatar when it came out. I liked it. The
Really?
one, the M.
I
Night
don't think everyone-
Shyamalan one.
What?
Avatar that he did. M. Night
Oh,
Shyamalan.
you're talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, the
not
last
Avatar,
yeah,
the
sorry.
James Cameron one.
those
the
are
last
way
Airbender,
different.
Yeah, but that's what it was based off the cartoon
The
Avatar.
cartoon, yeah. Which apparently, from what I hear, I've never watched the cartoon or that movie, but I've heard the cartoon's supposed to be really good, and I heard that all the
Shyamalan's
people
was
that watched
terrible.
the
They
show
hated it.
hated the movie. Yeah.
But they redid it recently as a series, as a live action series that did even better than the. But again, the purists didn't like it.
Sure. And
But I
it's-
liked
it's
both
hard
of
to-
them. I like Shyamalan's.
Well, yeah,
I
but
like this
you've also
recent
liked
one.
a lot of shitty things that nobody likes.
As long as it entertains me, I'm cool with it.
Seriously, like you like Rings of whatever
Rings
the
of
fuck.
Power.
I really
Power.
liked that. Yeah, that
and
kept my
no-
attention really well.
Not a lot of people liked it.
I hated it.
Yeah.
And I watched the whole first season.
They're
and
coming out with next
I just-
season.
I heard. I'm
this
surprised
spring?
that they're actually putting a second
this spring
season.
is
You
coming
probably also like the Acolyte.
I never seen it.
No, but you'd probably like it.
Dude, the scenes I've seen from The Acolyte are fucking so cringeworthy and
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh wait,
I guess-
no, that's the Star Wars
Yeah,
one.
and
Well,
I guess-
yeah,
no, I
the
won't.
power of one.
I guess
the
finally,
power of two,
what's
the
his
power
face?
of many.
God damn it. Who made that? The Star Wars shit?
George Lucas.
George
Lucas.
Lucas.
Yeah.
I don't know why I couldn't remember. His
Sorry,
name.
nerds. That's two.
Yeah. Well, whatever. I don't care. But George Lucas, I guess, recently came out and like, yeah, this is trash.
Yeah, yeah. He's not happy with what Disney's done with
No.
his.
No, I
his
mean, I'm sure he's
franchise.
happy with the pockets.
Well, yeah, he sold it for like $1 billion.
Oh, I think it was like $4 billion.
Yeah, that's right.
Sure,
It
he
was
has no problem.
Yeah.
$4 billion.
Drive that to the ground all for all.
It's
he
like,
cares.
I guess I'll just liquidate my stocks and just start partying.
But and that's literally what Disney's doing, is driving it into the ground.
Yeah. As they do with a lot of things.
Are they trying to? The thing is,
they milk that cow till its last
but
drop.
at some point it has to look like it's on purpose.
It
because
does
if
seem
you
like it's
want
on
to milk
purpose.
it till it's write good fucking stories. Stop making it fucking
well,
stupid.
they call on big names and expect high stuff from them.
No, but they call on the wrong big names. They've
Yeah,
always
that's what I
done
mean.
that.
It's
They
like
keep
having,
getting
like,
people that have
Stephen
no
King
idea.
doing a fucking action show or an action movie.
Well, they
He'd
have-
probably be better at that than this.
Well, they keep hiring
James Cameron's
directors.
pretty good. And Tom Gunn, is it?
Oh,
No.
James
What?
Gunn.
James Gunn, yeah.
But they keep hiring directors for Star Wars that literally have no idea. Didn't even know what the fuck Star Wars was
Well, who
before
was the
they fucking
Mandalorian
started
again?
doing
It was
the movie.
what's his name? It was the guy who played Happy.
No, yeah, Jon Favreau.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Jon
that was-
Favreau. That was fantastic.
And the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian were great.
Yeah.
After that, it started. The third season.
Yeah, they
went
started-
downhill.
when they
they
fired
started-
Gina Carano.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that and they tried to move from the main character that we all love to the.
I guess
To
she's.
female lead.
Bo-Katan, the
Yeah.
female one.
I guess she's actually now, I think, doing a lawsuit against Disney.
Yeah, yeah, as I understand it too. She's actually doing pretty
And
well with it,
Elon
too.
Musk
I
is
would
helping
not
her.
be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they did fuck her over
Yeah,
because
they
she
did.
made she had an opinion.
She made a tweet.
This,
yeah.
that's the
Elon
bullshit
Musk
stuff.
is actually helping her.
This
having
is-
having an opinion can get you in jail.
Isn't that fucking stupid? That's what drives me nuts. Is that this shit that's going on recently with the UK? I've been seeing.
Where
some
is
stuff
that?
Pointing. I've been seeing stuff pop up on my news feed, and apparently it has to do with like
Who knows if it'll ever pop
like
up?
I can't remember what.
I
well,
just
the
love
guy's
these
name
behind
was-
the scenes fucking with Kevin.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah, what?
So we could watch this. This is from a year ago,
This is
and
ridiculous.
this stuff's going on now. So Rowan Atkinson made a speech like about a year ago. He played Mr. Bean for anybody that doesn't know. And if you don't know who Mr. Bean is, I'm sorry, you're probably just
You've
too
definitely
young.
been. Living
Yeah, if
under
you
a
if you
rock.
don't know
Nah,
who
they're just
Mr.
too
Bean
young.
is, you should probably just shoot yourself.
It's just
now.
they're too young. That's all it is. It'd be like asking
an icon.
somebody.
He's
a
an icon.
fucking
Well, it'd be
icon.
like asking somebody in the '90s, who's the Three Stooges. You know what I mean?
Well, in the 90s, if you didn't know what the Three Stooges is, you should probably kill
Okay,
yourself. too.
the late '90s.
I think people today, kids today probably know
Today.
of this.
Not really,
Three
not
Stooges.
now, because you-
He-Man. Ask him who He-Man is.
But
and
what
like,
I'm
who
saying-
the fuck is that?
Yeah, they won't know the Three Stooges either because nobody watches regular television anymore.
That's a good point. And no one's
You
gonna
watch what you want.
Yeah, no one's gonna reach out and look for it either.
No, and that's the thing. So we're gonna there'll be a time in history where like pockets of people will know only.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Well,
there was
that's
a
how
time.
history works. Things can be forgotten.
Yeah, but in our time, like we knew everything that was on because
Of TV.
we had no channels,
Yeah.
and everybody watched this at this time. That was it.
That's
the
true.
days of fucking 50 million people watching one thing outside the Super Bowl.
yeah.
Is,
Or that
it's
interview
done.
with
much
Musk.
over.
That had 1 billion encounters.
What?
According to
Well,
Musk. The interview with Trump.
Well, yeah, no, but I mean,
that's
yeah,
different.
but we're talking about
Concurrent
back in the
viewers.
day when it was just regular TV and cable, when there was only so many channels that everyone had access
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, and
now
everyone
there's
would watch
a million things.
Like how many people watched the what was it, the last episode of MASH? It was like 60 million.
It was
or
a
some
huge
shit like
amount,
that.
yeah.
Or Carson.
And I
Johnny
hated
Carson.
MASH.
Or,
I fucking hated.
What was
that
the other
show.
one where they killed? Who killed JR? It was Dallas.
Oh yeah, Dallas. I
yeah.
remember that shit.
Yeah, that was a huge thing.
Believe me, I remember that one and seeing TV guides at your grandparents' house.
Oh fuck yeah!
Because my
I know.
parents were like, we already know what we're gonna watch.
Yeah.
No need for a TV guide. I'm like, we could probably figure out some movies we could watch one of these. It was,
Nope.
I never got
Gonna
what
find
I
out who
wanted.
killed JR.
Yeah, that's what it was. Every
They
fucking
even
time.
send those out anymore? TV
guides?
I think they
it
still
still
exist.
exists. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's bring up this Rowan Atkinson
Yeah, this
thing.
talks about
All
what's
Talking
going on
about
with the UK.
and the thing is, this is from a year ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And so this has been going on in the UK for a while. This is what people want here. I know not everybody,
Yeah.
but people
There
want.
are people that
that's why
do want it.
That's why I sent you guys that screenshot
What
that I
the fuck
took.
thing? Yeah.
Looking up on Google. If you look up on Google, is censorship or censorship is, and then it'll be like the right thing to do.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
I
a
remember
bunch
seeing
of
that,
things.
yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
Let's see what Rowan has
all
to
right,
say.
well, let's see here.
Push play.
Why is
my
censorship
starting
is?
point when it comes to the consideration of any issue relating to free speech is my passionate belief that the second most precious thing in life is the right to express yourself freely. The most precious thing in life, I think, is food in your mouth, and the third most precious is a roof over your head. But a fixture for me in the number 2 slot is free expression, just below the need to sustain life itself. That is because I have enjoyed free expression in this country all my professional life and fully expect to continue to do so. Personally, I suspect highly unlikely to be arrested for whatever laws exist to contain free expression because of the undoubtedly privileged position that is afforded to those of a high public profile.
Yeah, higher
so
ups
my
love it.
concerns are less for myself and more for
Laws
those more
for thee,
vulnerable
not for me.
because of their lower profile. Like the man arrested in Oxford for calling a police horse gay. Or the teenager arrested for calling the Church of Scientology a cult. Or the cafe owner arrested
Fits the
for
definition.
displaying passages from the Bible on a TV screen. When I heard of some of these more ludicrous offences and charges, I remembered that I had
They're like,
been
haha,
here before
reverse
in
inquisition.
a fictional context. I once did a show called Not the 9 O'Clock News some years ago, and we did a sketch where Griff Rhys-Jones played Constable Savage, a manifestly racist police officer to whom I, as his station commander, is giving a dressing down for arresting a black man on a whole string of ridiculous, trumped up and ludicrous charges. The charges for which Constable Savage arrested Mr. Winston Kadogo of 55 Mercer Road were these. Walking on the cracks in the pavement. Walking in a loud shirt in a built-up area during the hours of darkness. And one of my favourites, walking around all over the place. He was also arrested for urinating in a public convenience and looking at me in a funny way.
But that's where we're going
That
again.
we would end up with a law that would allow life to imitate art so exactly. I read somewhere a defender of the status quo claiming that the fact that the gay horse case was dropped after the arrested man refused to pay the fine, and that the Scientology case was also dropped at some point during the court process, was proof that the law was working well, ignoring the fact that the only reason these cases were dropped was because of the publicity that they had attracted. The police sensed that
that's
ridicule was just around the corner.
Otherwise, they
and
would not have been
withdrew
dropped.
their actions.
Well, now it's going on with the
But
protests.
what about the thousands of other cases that did not enjoy the oxygen of publicity,
Well
that
put.
weren't quite ludicrous enough to attract media attention? Even for those actions that were withdrawn, people were arrested, questioned, taken to court, and then released. You know, that isn't a law working properly. That is censoriousness of the most intimidating kind, guaranteed to have, as Lord Deer says, a chilling effect on free expression and free protest.
Just chilling effect.
Parliament's
That's exactly
Joint
right.
Committee on Human Rights
1984.
summarised, as you may know, this whole issue very well by saying, while arresting a protester for using threatening or abusive speech may, depending on the circumstances, be a proportionate response, we do not think that language or behaviour that is merely insulting should ever be
And it
criminalised
is.
in this way.
It is.
Yes.
The clear problem with the
It's the same
outlawing
shit
of
Jordan
insult
Peterson was talking
is
about
that
in
too
Canada.
many things can be interpreted as
They-
such.
It happens by inches.
Criticism is easily construed as insult by certain parties. Ridicule easily construed as insult. Sarcasm, unfavourable comparison, merely stating an
And calling a
alternative
horse
point
gay
of
is
view to
funny.
the orthodoxy.
That's hilarious.
It's
can be
fucking
interpreted
hilarious.
Well,
as
even
insult.
what they're saying now
And
with the
because
whole
so many things can be interpreted as insult, it is
misgendering
hardly
thing
surprising
is
that
considered
so
for
many
a
things have been. As the example.
So
the misgendering, like I was saying, the misgendering thing is now considered an act of violence, or they're trying to
dude,
make it an
this
act
whole
of violence.
thing of trying to say words equal violence is fucking
And that's part of it.
absurd.
That's,
yeah.
that's
No,
part of
it's
what's
bullshit.
going on with this. Is that, I mean, look at Canada. Canada, you can get arrested for
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
something like that,
Well, we were talking about
for misgendering somebody.
We were
Yeah.
talking about on the
Human
show
Rights
probably
Tribunal is what you
well,
get
like,
brought to.
almost 2 years ago, talking about the comedian that was arrested up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fined like $70,000.
Yeah, Right.
It ruins
for
his
making a fucking joke.
Yeah.
On a stage where you're supposed to have the free expression.
Exactly.
And my thing is, free expression should be even to the worst of us. The worst of us.
Yes.
That includes horrible racists, people that want genocide.
It's like
all of them.
It's like the old saying. It's I may agree vehemently with whatever you believe or say, but I will defend it.
You mean
to the
disagree?
death. Yeah, I mean
Disagree
vehemently
weird.
to with what you believe or say, but I will defend to the death your right to say
it's
and
like
do
the
it.
And as it should be.
the
Yes.
civil rights. What is that civil rights group that goes around defending people and shit like that? But they ended up at one point defending the fucking KKK to have a protest.
I almost said UCLA.
Yeah.
The ASPCA, I think it is.
That's the animal one.
No, is it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
PETA?
I don't remember which one it was.
In the arms of an angel.
Is it BBC?
Yeah. I don't remember
Big
which
Black
one it was.
Cock?
Yeah, Big Back.
Fuck, I don't remember. But they're terrible now.
Yeah. Yeah, they at one point, and look, I don't agree with the KKK
Fuck
at
no.
all. I
Hell
think
no.
they're terrible. However, I believe you should be able to protest, like any group should be able
Peacefully
to.
as best
If you're
as possible.
peacefully protesting, you should be able to.
I think getting in front of fucking vehicles and shit is a different thing.
I agree.
Yeah, gluing yourself to the fucking road is not a good idea.
Well, I mean, it's stupid. I just this is why I want the fall of society so they can protest all they want, glue themselves to stuff, and it'd just be like, wow, you're just a new fucking like attraction in the
Help
area.
me. No, you did
Yeah.
it to yourself,
Guess
bud.
what? You're gonna have to just open your mouth for some rain.
Yep.
That's how you're getting fucking nourishment. That's it. You're
That's-
done.
Yeah.
Well, it's
So, yeah, there's a good and bad way to go about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And there's been a lot of bad going on.
And this is the thing. England's doing this shit right now.
Yeah.
Again during these protests, and they're arresting people.
Yeah.
I forget how many people have been arrested in the last year for this shit. It's like 4,000 people. Or something
It's
like
a lot.
It's crazy.
And it's only rising. And just recently, it was maybe a week and a half ago, something like that, I watched this video on X where this elderly man in the UK
X sounds like a porn
was
site.
I know, but an elderly man in the
Should
UK
be.
was being arrested in his
I mean,
home.
it kind of is.
Was being arrested in his home because he made a post on Facebook that the police didn't like. He wasn't making threats. He just
That's what's
was
bullshit
disagreeing
about
or criticizing someone. And they came and they arrested him. He caught the whole thing on camera, and he's like, "So do I need to like bring my medication?" And they're like, "Yeah, you probably should."
Dude,
Like,
and
this guy's like in his 80s.
Oh
Here's
my
the
God,
here's
dude.
the craziest thing about it. Imagine all the hip hop we would have lost if these laws were in place in the 80s and 90s.
Oh, dude,
well,
hip
that's
hop
it.
never
They're
would have
slowly
grown.
going to be in place. That's what sucks so
it's
much.
fucking dumb.
Yeah.
It's
think-
going to be in place.
It-
This show right here will probably be canceled just for
Don't worry,
shit we're saying today.
There'll be an
Yeah.
AI version of it at some point, so
Eventually,
no
yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, here's the weird part about it, though, is you go and look through history, at least the history that we've lived through, and when we were young, it was the right doing this.
That's
The
right.
right was coming
It was
in.
the evangelical right.
They were trying to get rid of fucking. Oh god damn it! See, what was the name of that fucking hip hop group that they tried to get rid of?
NWA?
No, that they all they talked about was sex. All everything.
Oh, Belle Biv DeVoe?
I don't
I'm not
remember.
gonna talk to you.
I don't remember the name of
no, now you
but I
know.
know what you're talking about. Because
Criss
I remember
Cross?
when it happened.
Yeah,
Also, they even went after
they
fucking
arrested
like
them.
yeah,
Let's talk
they were
about
going after
sex,
video
baby.
games.
Let's talk
No,
about-
you're all way off.
You're way off.
That there we go. That makes me feel better.
The Humpty Dance is your chance.
Nope.
Baby!
No. That
The Humpty Hump.
Tupac was in that, I believe. No, around
Yeah, it was
around and around.
It was Tupac was in that.
He was in that Humpty Dance also.
Yeah, he was their dancer.
No, I'm talking about lyrically.
Two Life Crew.
There we go. Two Live Crew, you fucking
That
cocksucker.
was the name of the
So-
group, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Two Live Crew.
I
Two
saw
Live
him
Crew.
live.
They tried to get rid of them in the you
Yeah.
know. They also tried to
That's why I was
get
singing the fucking song, Shane.
they also tried to get rid of like metal bands.
Yeah,
and
I was
shit
gonna say
like
they went
that.
after metal bands. They went after
Kiss.
fucking video
Yeah.
games like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
and
and
things
now
like
we've
that.
got the opposite. Now we've got the left side coming after.
The left is
everything.
now doing it,
And
and the
it-
right is now trying to defend.
And
these
I
things.
disagree with both fucking sides all throughout my
no,
entire
I
life.
agree, except for I do agree with anybody who is supporting free speech.
Yes.
You know, and does that mean I agree with everything they believe? No, it's just I agree with that specific thing.
Look, I've said it before on this, and I remember you go, "Oh, well, that I didn't think of it that way." I want to know who my enemies
Yeah,
are
we
by
talked about-
saying
yeah.
Right.
what they fucking believe.
That
I
way
don't
we can
care.
root it out.
Another old
Well,
saying.
you don't root it out. What you do is you just
You-
offer
No,
better
you don't
fucking
really have-
ideas.
Yeah, you make arguments against them, and you beat their fucking argument
and the thing
into
is,
the ground
you may
without
not
better arguments.
You may not get rid of that person for doing it, but you might get rid of the next 15 that they
Yeah.
were going to recruit.
You show publicly how stupid their arguments and
I don't think we
beliefs
should do
are.
it that way, Tim. I mean,
But,
look, I've got the arsenal, but that's not
But hey,
necessarily right.
Another old
I'm
saying.
just saying there is a way.
They tried that in Germany. It didn't work.
So hey,
I mean, it did for a while, but you know,
so there's another old saying that fits this: sunlight is the best disinfectant.
I don't get it.
Come on.
I love doing that. I love acting sincere. What do you mean?
But
You mean Christ? We're talking about Jesus Christ? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, we're talking about God rays.
The Son of God, huh? So he's
I wanted
gonna
to
be
hear.
the
So let's
best
finish the
disinfectant?
rest
Say,
of
what's the rest of this
Is
thing?
it his urine that does it, or?
Yeah, no. If God
As I
urinates
talked
on you,
about
you're going to be
earlier.
fine.
You're in therapy.
Yeah. That is
Although
that
the
one
law
lady.
under discussion has been on the
When's the
statute
pus
book for
gonna
over
stop? Just keep
25
doing
years,
it, lady.
It is indicative of a culture that has taken hold of the programs of successive governments, that with the reasonable and well-intentioned ambition to contain obnoxious elements in society, has created a society of an extraordinarily authoritarian
You don't think
and
it's loud enough?
controlling nature.
Yes, that's fine.
That is what you might call the new intolerance.
I'm hearing it
A
fine.
new but intense desire to gag uncomfortable voices of dissent.
I think
I
it
am not
will be
intolerant, say many people.
It's not.
Say many softly
Super
spoken,
quiet.
highly educated, liberal-minded people. I'm only intolerant of intolerance. And people tend to nod sagely and say, oh yes, wise words, wise words. And yet if you think about this supposedly inarguable statement for longer than 5 seconds, you realize that all it is advocating is the replacement of one kind of intolerance with another.
Oh my
Exactly.
goodness!
Which to me doesn't
Brilliant.
represent any kind of progress at all. Underlying prejudices, injustices, or resentments are not addressed by arresting people. They are addressed by the issues being aired, argued, and
what I've
dealt
been
with,
saying.
preferably outside the legal process. For me,
Or as Kevin would say, I've been
the
saying
best
that for
way to
years.
increase
On his
society's
soapbox.
resistance to
Goddamn
insulting
right.
or offensive speech is to allow a lot more of it.
I think it was a video
As
that was
with
like older than
childhood
Kevin we were
diseases,
watching.
You can
George
better
Carlin,
resist
remember?
those germs
That's
to
right.
which you have been exposed. We need to build our immunity to taking offence so that we can
Yes.
deal with the issues that perfectly justified
Yeah, you're allowed to get
criticism
offended.
can raise.
You're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Our
Yes.
priority should be to deal with the message, not the messenger. As President Obama said in an address to the United Nations only a month or so ago, laudable efforts to restrict speech can become a tool to silence critics or oppress minorities. The strongest weapon against hateful speech is not repression, it is more speech. And that's the essence of my thesis, more speech. If we want a robust society, we need more robust dialogue,
Doesn't
and that
England
must
actually
include
have a Ministry
the
of
right
Truth
to
now?
insult or to offend.
I'm sure it's not called.
We
that.
almost had
And
one.
as even if
We did.
as Lord
Well, yeah, it
Deere
didn't last
says,
long.
No,
you
but
know,
it-
the freedom
what was it
to be
called?
inoffensive is no freedom at all. The repeal of this word in this clause will be only a small step, but it will, I hope, be a critical one in what should be a longer-term project to pause and slowly rewind a creeping culture of censoriousness. It is a small skirmish in the battle, in my opinion, to deal with what Sir Salman Rushdie refers to as the outrage industry. Self-appointed arbiters of the public good, encouraging media-stoked outrage to which the police feel under terrible pressure to react.
Yeah. Oh my God.
A newspaper rings
That's
up
crazy.
Scotland Yard. Someone has said something slightly insulting on Twitter about someone who we think a national
Fucking
treasure.
Karens everywhere.
What are you going to do about it? And the police panic and they scrabble around and then grasp the most inappropriate lifeline of all, Section 5 of the Public Order Act, that thing where you can arrest anybody for saying anything that might be construed by anyone else as insulting. You know, they don't seem to need a real victim. They need only to make the judgment that somebody could have been offended if they had heard or read what has been said. The most ludicrous degree of latitude.
Well, that's the
The
problem.
storms
You
that
can be
surround
offended by
Twitter and
anything.
Facebook comment have raised some fascinating
all
issues
subjective.
about
I'm
free
offended
speech,
by your
which
hat.
we haven't
You
really
should be
yet
arrested.
come to terms with. Firstly,
I'm offended
that we
that
all
Kevin
have to
shaved his
take
head.
responsibility for what we
There you
say,
go, you skinhead.
which is
Oh.
quite a good lesson to learn. But secondly,
He's over there
we've
playing
learned how-
Wordle or something.
I
No,
know.
so no, I was trying to find out the name of
I
that
cheated
Ministry of
Wordle.
Truth. So, hey, the American Ministry of Truth was going to be called the Committee of Public Information under Mayorkas and Nina Jankowicz.
It's fucking crazy.
She's the one that was the singing girl. She sang it on like some fucking TikTok or whatever. About
Well, yeah, that's all
truth
you
and
need
shit.
to have.
Yeah, it was fucking ridiculous. But yeah, it got shut down real fast.
I mean, it's
Or
insane.
renamed.
No, it was shut down. But I mean,
I
you
think
know,
they started it though. Like they went a couple months.
they did, and there was so much outcry about it that
because
it
it's
finally
fucking
shut down.
ridiculous. Look,
Yeah.
I'm
And a
sorry.
court went after it.
You
like,
should be able
you know.
to spread misinformation. I'm sorry. You should be
You
able to
can.
spread
You
misinformation.
should be able to.
That's how
Free speech.
politicians operate.
Yes, Kamala.
Yeah,
Just
no
saying, that's how they
shit.
fucking do
No
it.
Shit.
Well, here's the thing. Google was actually asked. So has Trump done this with any of his ads? Nope.
No.
Google said that, and Google's as left as he can get.
Yeah.
And Google's like, no, Trump hasn't done this, but Kamala's been going in and fucking changing headlines to make it look like they wrote about her.
Yeah.
In a
Yeah.
positive light.
Or adding
they didn't.
characters or adding crowds at
All
at
sorts
that
of
airport.
shit.
Did you
Yeah.
see the airplane one where the guy proved that that crowd wasn't there by the one? They're all holding their phones filming with nothing on their phone, and two, the reflection actually off the body of the plane. No one was there.
Yeah.
But they made this whole fucking audience of people clapping that she was getting off a plane.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Fake.
wild.
Bullshit.
It's wild.
But whatever they can do to muster up these numbers, because she's climbing pretty darn quick.
Which blows my mind.
In
because she's
comparison to
fucking
Biden,
awful.
let's say that.
I mean, remember this happened though with Hillary too.
There are some that are saying that she's at a 90% chance to win
That is completely insane.
due to all this publicity. that she-
Propaganda
The
and
thing
lies.
is, she's not. I think the only policy that she's ever presented right now up to this point is the no tax on tips.
Yeah, she literally has no policies.
I haven't heard any of the
available.
policy things
No,
she's
no.
going to
Her
do.
website doesn't actually have any policies on
Well,
it.
and
any
she's
policy
even made the
positions on
claim
it.
that like we're gonna get this country right on track when I get in there, and you're like, you're already in there.
Yeah, do it
Yeah,
now.
no,
how
You're
about
the
throw us a
fucking
bone?
vice president.
Yeah.
It's
You-
not
You got some pull. You can
You're
do
not
it
a
now.
janitor in
Yeah.
the White House.
It's not going to be night
As soon
and
as
day
I get in
when
the
you
White
into
House, I'm going to make
office.
some changes.
You're like, you're in the fucking White House.
Yeah.
You guys vote for me. Otherwise, I don't know what I can do for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My hands are tied.
Yeah. It's
You're like, you're the deciding vote in the fucking Senate.
Right. It's so insane.
there's some parts. Yeah.
Shall we finish this?
Well, might as well.
Let's
It's
wrap
only
it
a
up. I
minute
mean, we've
left.
already gone off a tangent, but still.
Yeah.
It's
appallingly
Rowan Atkinson.
prickly
You gotta
But
tell
our
me.
and
tangent
intolerant
goes into something
society
else.
has become of even the mildest adverse comment. The law should not be aiding and abetting this new intolerance. Free speech can only suffer if the law prevents us from dealing with its consequences. I offer my wholehearted support to the Reform Section 5 campaign. Thank you very much.
And they still have Section 5. They're still arresting people under Section 5. That was a year ago. It was a fucking year ago.
Yeah.
They're still doing it.
This is the UK.
Yeah, that's the UK a year ago, and now it's gotten worse
Yeah.
since then.
They're
Yeah,
arresting
not better. I mean, when you got Mr. Bean saying this is bad,
Yeah.
and no one's listening.
No.
No one's listening.
And he
He's
presented
a national
his
treasure.
And he presented his
saying.
argument very
He's the
eloquently.
Benny Hill of our
He's
generation.
going to pull the. I'm
Yeah.
leaving this country,
Yeah. Yeah.
like a lot of
I
our
love-
celebrities do here.
I'm moving to Canada.
How
Oh,
how many
fuck.
of them actually moved? Because I don't remember any.
None.
Yeah, Whoopi.
Not-
Whoopi was threatening left and right. I was like,
Yeah.
well, please no.
They
And-
always do that, and,
and
they
then
never
she
go
stayed.
anywhere.
Yeah,
And
don't
then
go
the-
anywhere.
They even do it on Twitter. Like, I'm
and
going
they
to quit Twitter when Elon Musk buys it. Oh, you stuck around.
And they still had The View on. Oh, yeah, I remember. Didn't fucking Stephen King say that,
Oh,
too?
Stephen King did.
And he's still, like, one of the
Yeah,
top
a
fucking people
ton
that
of people.
posts.
Oh, dude,
Some-
Stephen
some
King,
guy-
he posts all day fucking
Yeah.
long.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you
It's
know,
amazing. I guess he's still got all that stored up energy from all the fucking cocaine he did.
I
He did
guess
a
so.
lot
That
of
is a lot of
He
cocaine.
did a lot of cocaine. He doesn't
So-
remember writing Cujo.
Okay.
Cocaine.
Yeah, he doesn't remember directing that movie Maximum Overdrive either.
Well, nobody should.
Yeah, no shit. That was.
I don't
terrible.
want to remember that movie.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
So now our tangent, what we were
Georgie.
talking about, that actually does
That
go
was
into
a good
something
one.
else that's going on, and it's the fact that Joe Rogan is suing MSNBC.
Dun dun dun.
What?
And this connects to the Kamala Harris stuff because now what happened
the
was
media's working with her too.
Yeah, so exactly. So Joe Rogan on his show, and I actually saw the episode on his show. He is talking about it's the Michael Malice, the most recent one with Michael Malice, and
I watched I think most of it.
yeah, and so they're talking about Tulsi Gabbard, and they're talking about how Tulsi Gabbard, basically smashed Kamala Harris during the
annihilated her.
that one 2020 presidential
She
primary.
was doing okay, not great, but okay.
Yeah,
And then Tulsi Gabbard just ripped into her, and then after that,
her
Kamala,
campaign just
it went to
cratered.
0.
Well, that's
Yeah.
even why Kamala now hasn't done any interviews or anything like that.
right.
'cause-
She's hiding from everyone.
Yeah, that's how Biden
because-
won his
yeah.
last campaign.
Because
Yeah,
she,
hid in the
she
basement.
can't speak.
Yeah.
not very
She's
good
terrible
at,
at
doing
it.
I know, right? fucking cackling
It's fucking
psycho.
crazy.
So anyway, so
the
Joe,
Yenta of all Yentas.
yeah. So Joe Rogan's suing MSNBC because basically what they did was they took this segment when he's talking about Tulsi Gabbard, and he also is talking about how Tulsi, he's talking about how she's a great person and all this stuff, and they, and they take that and they cut it up to make it seem like he's talking about Kamala Harris.
Oh
And,
my god!
so-
my god! Seriously?
Yeah, and they put it up
Dude, I'd
like
be
on social
fucking
media and everything.
Furious.
So,
Or I'd be excited because you're about to get paid.
Okay.
Not that he needs the money, but still.
so now,
Want to pull up the clip?
okay, yeah, I want to see if. Okay, so I think this is the edited one that
Yes,
they
we
did.
want to watch the edited one.
Okay,
She's gonna win.
wait.
No, she's.
Let me.
You got it?
This is the one I've
Okay.
seen. Yeah, I saw this and I was like, "There's no way he's talking
Okay.
about Kamala on this."
She's gonna win. No, she's not. She can win. She is a strong woman. She is a person who served overseas twice. She in a medical unit. She was a congresswoman for 8 years.
Yeah.
She is a person of color. She's everything you want. She's gonna win. No, she's not. She can win.
Look up here. It's
They
at the
just
top.
want
It
no
says-
Trump,
Yeah.
no matter what.
See at the top of that, it says that he's talking about Kamala Harris. Right there, he's talking about Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, because
She's
I
the
don't
one
think
that
Kamala
served
Harris
overseas.
did anything
No,
overseas.
Tulsi
say,
Gabbard
that's odd.
served overseas. She's the one that was in the medical unit.
Yeah.
she's the one that did all that stuff, and he's talking about her.
And Tulsi's got reasons, responses to things.
Absolutely, I think Tulsi Gabbard's great.
Yeah.
Like,
She's also pretty hot.
oh, she is.
It kind of
She is.
helps.
Oh, that's
Uh,
Tulsi Gabbard?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is her right
Yeah,
here.
she's
So
beautiful.
Not sure if you guys caught this, but MSNBC was
2 years older
exposed
than
today
us.
for yet another set
That's
of
it?
lies.
Yeah.
They
Gorgeous,
deceptively edited together this video of different Joe Rogan comments to make it appear that he was singing the praises of Kamala Harris.
She's gonna win. No, she's not. She can win. She is a strong woman. She is a person who served overseas twice. She in a medical unit. She was a
Never happened to
congresswoman for
Kamala.
8 years.
Yeah.
She is a person of color. She's everything you want. She's gonna win. No, she's not. She can win. They just want no Trump, no matter what.
This is not reflective at all of the truth of what Joe Rogan said. And I think MSNBC has since taken this post down. But what's really serious here is that not only does Joe Rogan deserve an apology, there's actually something far bigger at stake here. This is yet another example of how MSNBC is working hand in glove with the Democrat elite and the Kamala Harris campaign to try to spread lies. Simply.
That's what's so
fucking
bullshit
wild.
about it.
yeah.
Now let's see
Now
the
let's see.
original.
But there should, I mean, again, in our
that's the
defense,
original.
they should be able to do it, right?
Yeah.
That's the original. Kevin, click on
So
it.
this is the original here.
I just can't imagine the United States wants President Kamala Harris. I don't think anybody wants that.
This is what he actually
Nobody
said
wants
about
that.
Kamala.
I mean, maybe some people would prefer that over President Trump, but nobody wants that. And nobody wants President Newsom either. Nobody believes in that guy. The guy's a
California's
fucking
a
con
fucking
man.
wreck.
I mean, everything he did
He's a
in
used car
California,
salesman.
from trying to mandate vaccines for kids, when it was totally unnecessary, to being caught
You know
out
you
in
can make
public
that
without a
bigger.
mask and lying about the fact that he was outdoors.
Yeah.
There you
All
go.
of it. It's just nobody
Hey, look at
believes in
that.
that guy. He's just a politician, just a stone cold, narrative driven politician. You know, and it's nobody thinks he's a real human. Whether you like Trump or not, whether you think he's corrupt or not, that's a human being. You know what that guy is. Same thing with RFK Jr. Whether you believe that he's correct about vaccines or
How long does
whether
this
you
go?
believe his
only a
policies
minute
would
19.
be
Yeah.
effective, and
It's some time.
you know that's a human being.
Tim,
with
we're
Newsom,
padding
you've
the
got
runtime.
I just don't see
construct.
the lines that they chopped up
This,
for it.
this
No, that's-
cardboard
no,
No,
cutout
that's later
person.
in the show.
It's just
when they
I
were
don't
talking
think
about Tulsi
people want that.
Gabbard.
This
So
is
this
But
is
they
actually
might
This is
want
what
it
he
more than they want
actually thinks
Kamala.
about
Yes.
Kamala. Yeah.
All right.
So
he's
it's-
even said this before, though. He said this when she was the running mate of Biden. That like,
Yeah.
nobody wants her as president if Biden dies.
Yeah.
Nobody.
That's something you
Nobody.
gotta take in
First off,
consideration.
she never has once gotten a delegate until this forced fucking move that they've done.
Yeah, it was quite the chess game. They moved some pawn pieces around, and
Yeah.
she's all of a sudden the prime
Yeah.
pick.
Well, and you know
I
what's
don't
fucked
even-
up about that is that they didn't even have a primary.
That's what I was
so,
just saying.
Yeah. But you know, she's
I
not
reiterate.
able to. But
Kevin,
so
you reiterate
the-
now.
So the fact that they're doing that, they're literally
Reiterate.
subverting democracy by doing that.
No.
Even though they talk
No.
about fucking
No.
Donald Trump subverting democracy, yet they fucking do it right in front of everybody.
The
whole world gone crazy!
I don't have that.
That's right.
No. That's
Oh.
gone.
Oh, the
What?
the Vader one.
Yeah, I don't have.
No.
Well, that's disappointing. Well, Tim, I say fuck this, man. That was
I
bullshit.
failed.
Way to go. Way to go.
So, you know, Democrat voters do not
about
get
right.
any other choice except for fucking Kamala Harris, which is.
but what are their
completely
other
fucked up.
choices, though?
The fact is, they should be given
What?
them.
But what are they? I'm just
Who
asking.
knows?
I don't know. I'm just
That-
saying.
yeah, nobody
they
knows,
should
'cause
still
no
be
one has the ad
given
campaigns for it.
options.
That's
Yeah.
just it.
The
There's no-
DNC literally made it to where nobody could. Nobody could.
And they
do,
look.
run.
Both parties are fucking bullshit.
I
hate 'em.
agree. I agree.
However, I've seen the DNC has done this before. They did it with Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders
yeah.
was on a fucking tear.
Yeah, and they snubbed him.
said,
Yeah.
"Fuck this. Let's put all the money we can into everybody else and
Yep.
fuck over Bernie."
Yeah, and they also
They got
fucked
PACs
over,
and shit.
Yeah, they also fucked over Tulsi Gabbard. They also fucked over Andrew Yang.
Yeah.
You know, they did, and Google helped them do that.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, this has been going on for way too fucking long.
Well, it's a huge problem. This is look. I've never been a fan of the government, but it's a huge problem when the government has ties to all these companies.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
know, or influence over them to say, "Hey, no,
yeah.
we're not letting you do that," or
You
we'll
talk-
let you
what
do
type
that.
of
but
companies you
yeah.
talking about?
Facebook,
Any type of
Twitter,
like,
back
media
before,
companies.
before
Information.
Elon Musk
Yeah.
had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
Um,
I thought you were talking like Burger
you
King
know,
or something
'cause-
like that. Like,
well,
yeah,
they-
Burger King is what I was talking about.
because they did the,
That's
that's a
why.
company.
That's why you're fat. You need to fucking sue them.
well, because
You can do that.
you know,
Yeah.
did you ever hear about the Twitter files?
No.
When that was going on.
I mean, I
there
probably
was
did, but
investigation?
I've
With
long
Matt
since
Taibbi.
forgotten.
Yeah, Matt Taibbi, Michael Schellenberger, and a couple other people. They basically went in and when Elon Musk bought Twitter, he gave them basically full, free reign to go in and investigate, and they found that Twitter had been censoring people, based
on political
views, but also the FBI's suggestions, the federal government suggestions, the White House. And, of course, it turned out Facebook was doing the same.
Well, remember when Zuckerberg was interviewed by Joe Rogan,
and he admitted
he admitted to everything,
Yeah.
but because he was like, I don't think I was in the wrong because the FBI is telling me I have to fucking do this,
Yeah.
and it's so fucking
Obviously, didn't make
corrupt.
him sign an NDA about it though. If he was able to talk about it
yeah,
afterwards.
he was very open about it, which
Or they didn't, and he's just using that as an excuse.
I don't think that he's using it as an excuse.
How do you know? It's Zuckerbot.
Well, because I think the
Maybe, but-
FBI would have probably taken him to court if it was a fucking if it was fake.
Either way, I
yeah,
doubt
because
it.
it could.
Yeah,
Well,
the
actually,
FBI, they would have.
if he said something that they didn't do,
They
like
wanted
that,
it to go under the rug, so they
Yeah.
just
So
did
him
nothing.
saying something about it, they didn't react to it at all.
Oh, I'm sure there were reactions, but we just didn't see public reactions to it.
Yeah.
Because when he said that, when he admitted to that on that Joe Rogan show, that was a big deal.
It
Like,
was.
that.
They
Like
were-
went
they
viral. It was.
What?
Playful secret.
That's what happened with Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
He got a little
It's
FBI
what,
fondled.
fucking creepy secrets about him. You ever seen him drink water?
Yes, he looks like an android.
He's a fucking. He's like
He's-
Data off Star
I was gonna
Trek.
say he's the guy from Star
Yeah.
Trek. You nerd. Fucking hated Star
I think
Trek.
everybody's seen that
Fuck
video
you.
clip of him.
I
doing
fucking
that.
hated it.
Star Trek: The Next Generation.
All
was
of them sucked.
iconic.
They sucked. They're terrible
I
shows.
did kind of like Deep Space Nine.
Deep
just 'cause
Space Nine was awesome.
I liked Quark. Was that his
Quark,
name?
the
No,
bartender.
You just like
yeah.
the Borg chick.
That
Oh,
was,
7 of 9.
That was
Yeah.
Voyager.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Voyager.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah. She was
I
hot.
know
dude.
somebody that their brother or her brothers were on that show.
Oh, really?
You know the Borg twins?
Oh, yeah.
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 They're from not too far from here.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
We partied at their house, and my friend Chuck stole their camera.
Well, as one
Really?
does.
He's dead, so go after him.
Wow.
Jesus.
I mean, I'm sure it's outside the statute of limitations.
sure.
It's a fucking
I'm sure.
video camera. And I think the reason the video camera was in the garage was because it wasn't working.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, we got a broken camera.
Oh.
Well,
They weren't doing some filming stuff in the garage?
I mean, it could have been.
You know.
they were preparing for
Well,
their role
I was
on
gonna
Star
say-
Trek Voyager.
They're kid actors, maybe.
Could be.
Could have been.
Or it could have been nefarious. It was all fucking illusion.
It was that.
They
what
were
was it,
taping
butterfly,
their orgies.
Butterfly effect? Was that
Yeah.
that type of thing?
Like, hey, why don't you go over there
We're gonna
and
make
put on
some
some
movies.
put on that.
Don't tell your parents. I'll tell them how bad a kid you've been.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
And then he comes in and says some fucking very adult shit.
I'm not a pedo, and if I was, you'd be safe, you tubby little ginger cunt.
Wow. Even Ricky Gervais
Tell me the ginger cunt.
saying that even if I was a pedophile, I wouldn't fuck you, kid. What a rejection.
That
Fucking
kid's gonna
gotta
grow
love
up
that
with
guy,
a fucking
man.
complex for sure.
I watched
Not even pedos want me.
I watched the Ricky Gervais clip that was actually perfect. He was talking about like the Bible and God, and he was like, people don't believe in evolution, so they believe that God just put us all here at once, and then throughout the time, So what was their power? Like, do they have claws or something like that? No. They're just really smart, and they know how to make weapons and stuff like that. And then later, words are going to be bad to them.
Yeah.
And I was like, that ties in perfectly with
Yeah,
what
it
we're
does.
talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's the truth. I mean, imagine all the evolution we've gone through, all the fucking turmoil, and now we go, oh, you said something I don't like.
Ugh, cunt.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Oh,
ears.
man.
I hate that word.
Oh, it's like you're stabbing me in the
Moist?
heart.
You said moist?
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Why do people care about moist? Why is that one?
I don't know.
It's
It's
just-
just one of those words that like. Gets
Does
at
it get to
people.
you?
No,
Because your face says yes.
no, moist. It doesn't bother me.
I don't know, man. When I said moist, you went
The
like,
word fibromyalgia bothers me.
Why? Because it's a fake thing?
It just sounds weird.
Because it's not real.
Slaughter always did something for me. I don't know why.
Slaughter?
Yeah, Slaughter
Yeah.
was kind of
So you weren't a big fan of Sergeant Slaughter?
No, it's just the word Slaughter's got an
I only
odd
like
feeling
Sergeant.
to it.
Like
Sergeant Slaughter was cool.
I never really watched him as a wrestler, but I was like, wow, he's in G.I. Joe the cartoon. I
Yeah,
was like, this guy's awesome.
he wasn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
He would like make little short appearances.
Yeah.
In it. He was like a guest star.
I know.
was fucking
it's like
weird.
so fucking random.
I lost that one too. God damn it!
What was the one
I
you were
had
looking for?
the GI Joe one. G.I.
Oh,
Joe. I don't know what I can or can't use, but we're
Was
just
it
gonna
like?
throw 'em
Oh
on.
yeah, that might be one of those like fucking Hasbro comes after us.
Yeah.
So
Is it Hasbro?
also
Milton Bradley.
It might be. It was
Now-
one of the two.
we were also talking about a
Pornography?
video game that's coming out soon.
What?
That's supposed to be really good, or it looks interesting. That was
You
Stalker
were. We were
2.
talking
Yeah,
about
no,
that shit.
none of
Yeah,
us were
no,
talking
no
about
one's
it.
But you don't want to
interested in
fucking
that
talk
shit.
about it. Fine, fuck you.
I-
I'm gonna
no,
watch
I-
this video again.
But I like how
didn't
Kevin
watch
comes.
it.
I like how Kevin comes in like, "Hey, remember that thing we were talking about in depth?" We're like, "No, I don't. I remember you doing a test, and then you pulled up a video game clip."
Yeah, then we were.
I
gonna
like
watch
how
the
you're
trailer.
trying to trick the audience.
The audience.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah, I can say whatever I want.
What
We can always
We're
trick
not-
the audience.
This is a terrible segue, Kevin.
Me
A
and-
terrible segue.
Only because you guys fucked it up.
Me and Tim are on the side of truth over here. You're a liar over there.
Spreading misinformation.
Don't bring your goddamn video up, you fucking
What
cunt.
about this new car? We were talking about cars,
Yeah,
right? So
remember this thing that we were talking about that flies to the moon? Bring it up, man.
what
That's
video
not
game
true.
were you talking
We were
about,
talking
Kevin?
about the Odyssey.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
that-
we
yeah.
were. But go ahead and bring it up. It's fine. You can say, hey, I wanted to bring this thing up. That's fine. You don't have to lie about it. Get it to fucking play.
I'm spreading misinformation.
I love how you're just like, the audience is stupid. That's what you said right before that. In your head, but you said it.
If you're just tuning in, we were talking
There's no
about video
fucking
games.
proof. There's no fucking
Hey,
proof.
idiot listeners, guess what? Kevin's bringing up a game that we're all talking about. What game is it?
We were.
We weren't really. We just watched
Looks
it for
pretty
a
cool.
little
Okay, it was a
game
brief
is
conversation.
What fucking game is it? Make
Stalker
that-
2.
Jesus Christ.
What's the
I thought
platforms?
they already had a Stalker 2.
No, they don't. They've got multiple Stalker games, but there hasn't been a Stalker 2.
So it's
liking
really,
it, I'm
it's
liking
really
it.
like Stalker 5.
I guess technically, yeah. But Yeah,
I
so
like
it's going to be on
technicalities.
all platforms
Oh,
as far
cool.
as I know. Yeah.
Oh, that's a weird looking AK.
Looks good.
So
I
it
don't
takes
know what the
place
fuck that
in.
is.
It takes place.
Is that an FN 2000?
It's good sway.
Yeah. So it
think
takes
that's an
place
FN
in
2000.
what is it? The
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
And they've walled off, basically blocked off Chernobyl because all this crazy shit's been happening there. Mutated creatures.
What? How?
What
basically, well, there was a big
Yeah, there's the fair.
thing that happened. There was an event that caused much strife and people to evacuate.
Did it happen near?
That was a good map on Modern Warfare, by the way.
Did it happen near
in the
New
80s.
York? Near 3
Yeah,
Mile Island?
Russia, New York. Yeah,
3 Mile Island?
It was New York, Russia. You know,
Is it 3 Mile Island or is it 5 Mile?
3 Mile Island. Yeah.
It looks clean so far, though, Kevin. I have to say that. I like
Yeah.
the lighting. I like the sway. Doesn't
And-
look like something you get too dizzy about.
Yeah,
But
that's-
it's very built, very well built.
Hey, it's a crank off.
Yeah, this is something a lot of people have been really looking forward to for a long time because Stalker has become like this big cult hit, the Stalker games.
You know, I've never played any of them.
You should give them a try. They're really good.
I did play Chernobylite.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that one. I haven't tried that one yet.
I'm
like
not
an
liking the
alien
pace, though.
thing.
We're going to start seeing some action, or it's just some dude walking around?
Oh, no, he ate bread, Tim. He ate bread.
Oh, then there you go. That's the synopsis
some
of the
action
entire
right
game.
there.
Yeah,
Is
they
finding
shoulda-
fucking bread with a rifle.
They should have ended with that scene. That they were hunting for bread.
Yeah, Jesus. That's so real.
Well, dude, he's stalking. He's
Yes.
stalking.
He's like, where's the toaster?
We get it, dude. Start fucking shooting your goddamn fucking gun.
They've got a Daniel defense in there.
We
I like
get it.
that.
You're looking. Look.
I can at least appreciate the guns.
He's searching for. I don't know.
For what?
I don't know. Something.
Bread! More bread! Where's the bread,
Yeah.
man?
There's not a lot of
Is that a
food
Tech
in this
9 that I
place.
just saw?
Wow, I saw a dead thing. Hey, I have a friend that has
Shotgun.
that shotgun. I know someone that has that gun too. That'd be a vector.
Jesus, what the? All right, I'm starting to lose patience here.
Okay, let's see where the action.
No, it's keep it
It's
going.
fine,
I'm just
Kevin.
saying.
Let it fucking
I'm,
go.
I'm just commenting on it. We didn't have to settle down, Kevin.
Yeah, you can let us comment.
You don't have to please everybody,
Kevin, you know how the
Jesus.
show goes,
Fuck,
right?
dude.
I'm trying to please the
commented.
audience.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
If you
I'll
wanted- Kevin,
fast forward it.
If you wanted to please the audience, you wouldn't have done what you did.
Wouldn't have lied.
Fucking liar.
Fucking lie to the audience like a fucking liar.
Oh, we got zombies now?
Zombies
or-
With
okay.
guns? Zombies with guns. This is like that fucking Romero movie, the Land of the Dead.
You want some bread,
Oh,
my friend?
yes, Land of the Dead, where
Where
they
they
start
learn-
getting their intelligence back.
He learned how to use a Steyr AUG
Yes.
It's Christmas here, friend.
and then realized that they don't need to breathe, so they just walked underwater.
Yes, they did.
That's how they
was,
got to
and
it.
that was actually pretty cool when they're all
Yeah.
rising up from the water.
And then, oh, Nathan Fillion. He's also in Deadpool. He's Headpool.
Yes, comrade. Oh yeah, there's all these like distortions of
Did you hear
the
that, Kevin?
space-time continuum.
Nathan Fillion was Headpool.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Which one?
Headpool.
Oh, Headpool. He was the floating head.
Yes.
Oh shit! Awesome.
I just remember that from the fucking movie Land of the Dead because I'm like, oh yeah, Nathan Fillion's in that.
Why isn't this showing any color?
Oh my fucking God. We get it, dude.
Wow.
It looks good. Let me see something die, please.
How is he going into more radioactive stuff and getting less radioactive?
It's
I'm
good
not sure.
reflections off. I mean, they did a lot
That's
of
supposed to be
detail.
a
The
scar?
detail looks good.
Let's see some combat.
I think that's supposed to be a scar, but I can't tell.
Oh
no
my
comment.
fucking God.
That's it,
Kevin.
That's what you.
I've never
fucking
seen
wasted
this
4
trailer.
fucking minutes on it. You
I
lied
mean-
to us too.
I never saw the trailer.
So wait, he not only lied to the audience, and then he lied to us by
I just need
visually
gunshots.
doing this.
I need gunshots.
not
I
one
need
Oh,
fucking
look what it says.
gunshot.
Official world and locations trailer.
You should have read that beforehand. You fucking
I
cocksucker.
just saw trailer.
Just watch a trailer of some guy walking around. Just walking around. It's fucking.
Kevin,
oh, my
Kevin
God.
finds us the paperwork and filing system trailer.
Guy's just thumbing through fucking. Slowly pulling one up and putting it back.
He pulls a file out and goes, "Oh, this doesn't go here. It's not alphabetical."
Oh, my fucking
Moves
God,
into another
Kevin.
filing cabinet. Thanks, Kevin.
I'm
Wow.
super
You know
excited
what?
about this
Let's
one,
fucking
Kevin.
end it on that because that's fine. That was fine. End it on that. We're done.
Jesus.
Oh, that's the real one right there.
No, that's fine. We're not
too late
watching
now!
it. Jesus Christ. I can't believe you did this to us. Why would you do this to us, you fucking
I'm not watching
cocksucker?
it, Kevin.
I never
Fucking
saw
bullshit.
the trailer.
Fucking bull. End the show.
That's what I was thinking.
Calm down.
Jesus Christ. Kevin, you know what, guys? If you'd like to tune in next week and have Kevin lie to you for an hour, go ahead. This is the one show where we have two people that tell truth and then a liar over here. Motherfucker. Follow us on the social media accounts. I'm going to name ones that we don't even have. Because now I'm gonna be like Kevin and lie to you guys. Follow us on fucking Friendster or whatever the fuck it's called.
Chicharrones.
What? Why did it end like that? Oh, because you did the fucking intro again.
I did do the intro.
You fucking
Yeah,
moron.
there we go. That's what we're looking
He even
for.
lied there. The show's not over yet, guys. I'm gonna lie about everything. All right, goodbye.